What is going on, everybody? It is Foreign, and welcome back to another Emblem video in Advanced Warfare. So let's just jump right into it. So today we are going to be going over the Team Kaliber emblem. Pretty simple to do. I'll explain these layers in the beginning later, but first let's just get into the actual shape itself. So it only took me... I'm so bad at counting really fast. It only took me about 9 layers to do, so it's really simple. It shouldn't take you guys very long, just like the other ones. So what I had started out with was I started by creating just the general shape of the T and the K by using just normal boxes, just skewed them. So we have our first box right here, as you guys can see. So kind of get that into place, and if it helps to look at the grid, you can do that as well. I tried to actually go by the grid a little bit, just so it made it all a little bit easier. So we'll reset that layer. So start off with the top, and then you move into the bottom of the T, making sure that you have more space on the left side of the T than you do on the right, because that part of the T kind of forms into the K. So that's just something you want to keep in mind. But all in all, it should be about the same length, left side and right side, once we're all completed, as you can see from the point that goes over. So we'll actually reset that layer, and then next I actually had started off with the K. I did move some layers around just so that things were together, but you want to make sure that you have the right angle. It's kind of hard to explain the right angle. It's probably about, like, it's not quite 45 degrees. It's probably a little bit less. It's probably around 40 degrees. But that's nerd talk. You guys probably won't pay attention to that so much. And then after I've done that, now I created my, I used the trapezoid, flipped it over to kind of create that gap between the T and the K from the other square that's already there. So we'll reset that. And then at the bottom, just create the same thing. You're just creating the bottom point. This is really similar to how the phase logo is done. If you guys would watch that video, the link will be in the description for that if you guys want to check it out. But it's similar. You know, you want to make sure that you have the right distance of a point, and you got to make sure that the whole thing is the right width of the stroke of the T. And then from there, you know, I created that top little portion. So as you can see, when I move this away, you can see the box to the other points. You can kind of see that shape that it creates, and then we're just going to finish off the top of that with another trapezoid. I think you skew it vertically. Yeah, you shrink it vertically, and that'll help to create that extra shape. And then from there, actually, let's reset that one. Creating the bottom, you want to make sure that the left point is the same spot as the left point on the top one, so they'll kind of line up. I mean, there's a line there already because I put a box there already, but that's just because I moved around layers. So you're gonna create that other angle, not quite 45 degrees again, probably closer to 40. So let's reset that, and then you create your final point. This one's actually pretty skewed because the bottom part of the K, it kind of juts out a little bit more than the top part, so you gotta keep that in mind when you're making this. So we'll reset that, and then we'll go back. So that's the basic shape. Oh, and then you fill in that gap right there. So this is the left points that I was talking about, that you want to make sure that they're lined up. And then I just created a box, just kind of put it in that area just to fill it out. So we'll reset that. So now that's the basic shape of it. So now what you're going to want to do is just start duplicating it and put it underneath. Layer 1 is the bottom layer, and layer 32 is the top layer. So start putting it underneath and just scaling it up, and then you'll start creating that stroke that goes around the whole thing. And you don't have to do that if you don't want to, but I just prefer to go that little extra mile to copy what they have exactly. And that's what they do with theirs, is they have the white logo stroked with blue. So go ahead, give it a shot. I'm not going to explain all this because it's all the same stuff. I did have to add in a couple extra layers, but if you're doing it underneath, it really shouldn't matter what you do. It's more about just getting the right shape underneath it again. And I think you guys can easily figure that out just from copying the shapes over. So anyways, that is all we have. Let's go check this out on an EXO. It looks pretty sweet if you ask me. Let's go check this out on the EXO. Super clean again, just like the past couple logos. That's the benefit of having a really clean logo. I haven't seen any gear that has blue in it that would go well with TK or the previous video, Envy. But I'm sure that it's out there. I just haven't personally unlocked it, and I prefer red. That's just me. So anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like. If you have any suggestions of videos you would like to see, let me know in the comment section down below. And that's all we have time for, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.